This is one of the most instrumented facilities to train in the world. We've totally instrumented the gym with sensors so that every lift is measured, every effort is captured, and it becomes pretty much a competition every time you train with yourself.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I still have that.
This is one of the most state-of-the-art strength assessment pieces that's completely custom made. We designed it ourselves, wrote our software, and what we're doing here is testing neural fatigue. So how the athletes are actually responding to training and understanding how they fatigue. We can also categorize what type of athlete, whether they generate speed and power quickly or whether they're just a brute strength athlete. So we have a force plate in the ground, so we're measuring all the forces that the athlete's putting out, and we have the string attached to the ceiling that's actually measuring its displacement to the millimeter every time he jumps. So with that, if you've got the force and the displacement, you can get their power that they're outputting.
2000.
Here we have a large treadmill here, very large treadmill that we can actually Nordic ski on. So the guys have roller skis on, and they can do a very controlled training session at the exact speed and gradient that we set. The other thing we do is fitness tests on this treadmill where they can actually ski to exhaustion. We measure all their expired air and see how big their engine's getting and how fit they're going and whether their training programs are on track. This track was put down by the same people who did the Beijing Olympic track. The difference with this track actually is it's double the thickness of any athletic track that they put down. And the reason why we wanted that was that a lot of our teams, like moguls athletes, etc., spend almost a quarter of their time bounding up and down this track, training their explosivity. Not only moguls athletes, but cross-country skiers as well. This is an instrumented start gate that we're constructing right now that's on Snowflex, which is kind of plastic that it behaves exactly the same way as snow, and the guys are able to ski and snowboard out of that start gate. The snowboarders spend more of the time in the skate bowl there. Bordercross track around the outside is for fitness, but we actually do running and agility work around that track as well with our alpine teams. And this ramp here, or we call it a kicker, is actually for big air. So for athletes actually to skate down there and actually land into the foam pit and practice their big air tricks. Okay, so this is a demonstration kitchen where the athletes actually learn how to cook. One of our biggest problems that we have when they're training and racing in Europe is that the athletes don't essentially like the food. So they've got to prepare their own. Some of the athletes have really good skills in cooking and others have terrible skills in cooking. So we have our Olympic chefs in here designing the Olympic menu with the athletes, but also our dietitians teaching them every day how to cook and prepare food that's going to fuel their training and fuel their performance. And what we've found when we get that right, their performances go up. So it's an inspiring place to work and train, and we have some of the best laboratories and rehab facilities and I guess acrobatic facilities and strength and plyometric training facilities in the world.